This conference will now be recorded.
Let's start with inequalities. So it's a basic and very simple topic from reasoning. So whether you are writing MBA entrance exams or bank exam, definitely you will get 3 to 5 questions. So especially in bank exams, you will definitely get 5 questions. And these 5 questions you can solve with 100% accuracy in less than 3 minutes. Right? So there are some simple tricks. You just need to remember that. So complete topic is based on some 4 or 5 symbols and some particular rules. If you practice those rules, easily you can solve any kind of inequality question. Right? So first thing I'll explain you what kind of symbols we are using in this topic. Let's say if I have two quantities, let's say quantity A and quantity B. Right? Quantity A and quantity B. If I'm comparing these two quantities, quantity A, if I'm comparing with quantity B, then what are the possible outcomes I get? So what are the possible comparisons I can make between A and B? See, one possibility, A can be less than B. Another possibility, A can be greater than B. And one more possibility, A is equal to B. Right? So these are the three possibilities. A can be less than B, or A can be greater than B, and A can be equal to B. So we are working on these symbols. One is less than, one is greater than, and one is equal to. Along with this, we are taking two more symbols. The other symbol is less than or equal to. Less than or equal to. See, if A is less than or equal to B means there are two possibilities. A can be less than B or A can be equal to B. Two cases. When I say A is less than or equal to B, the meaning is A is either less than B or A is equal to B. Two cases. ಈ ಟೂ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಎ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ ಬಿ ಅಂತಾನು ಹೇಳಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಎ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಅಂತಾನು ಹೇಳಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಎ ಇಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದೆನ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್. ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದೆನ್, ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್, ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದೆನ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ನಾವು ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 99.99% ಕೇಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಸಿಂಬಲ್. ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಇರೋದು. ಯಾವಾಗ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ನ ನೀವು ಇಗ್ನೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಏನ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ಸ್ ಉಳಿದಿದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ, ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆನ್ ದೋಸ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ಸ್. ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ ಒಂದು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲಿ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ದೆಮ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಎರಡು ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ಸ್ ಅವ್ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ವಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಎನಿ ಟೂ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so just remember 4 symbols: less than, greater than, less than or equal, greater than or equal. See comparisons, let's say A is less than B, B is less than C, C is less than D, D is less than E. Like you have a statement A less than B, B less than C, C less than D, and D less than E. ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎರಡು ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನೀವೇನ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಇದೆಯಾ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. And you just need to answer whether the given conclusions are true or false based on this particular statement. Right? Let's say conclusion 1. Conclusion 1 for this case is A is less than E. Conclusion 2, B is greater than A. Right? Now we need to answer individually. Conclusion 1 is true or false and conclusion 2 is true or false. Okay. So before finding true or false, first we have to compare A and E in the statement. So I have this statement: A is less than B, B is less than C, C is less than D, D is less than E is my statement. Right? In this statement, you need to find what is the exact symbol we get between A and E. You need to find that first. Right? So between A and E, here if you compare A and E, we have 4 symbols between A and E: 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So whatever the number of symbols, in case another same symbol repeat agidre nimge 4 times, 5 times, 10 times, same symbol repeat agite, between A and E, you have to take that one symbol. as the relation. Andre if A is less than B, B is less than C, C is less than D, D is less than E, ಅವಾಗ A to E comparison ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗೋ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ A is less than E. This is the right conclusion. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋದು as per the statement. ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರೋ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ A less than E ಅನ್ನೋದು ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್. In case given conclusion is same as this, then we should take it as true. In case ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರೋದು A less than E, but ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು A greater than E ಅಂತಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ we take it as false. Okay, conclusion 1 false ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. Right? ಈಗ second conclusion we have to compare between A and D. So we have A here and D here. So between A and D, yes symbols ಇದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ less than, less than, less than. ಮೂರು ಸೇಮ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ A and D we have to take the same symbol. So what is that symbol? So what should I take between A and D now? Right, it must be less than because we have all less than symbols. So between A and D we get less than symbol. Right, now see the conclusion. Here we got a conclusion between AD. A is less than D, but in the given conclusion they use D first and A next. If A is less than D, then D should be greater than A. Right? If I take a simple example, if 9 is less than 10, I can also say that 10 is greater than 9. Both are same. 9 is less than 10, 10 is greater than 9. So in case ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ 9 ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಅಥವಾ 10 ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದೆನ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದೆನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋದು AD ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ DA. A less than D is nothing but D greater than A. So this conclusion is again true. So in this particular question the answer should be both conclusions 1 and 2 are true. Is that clear? Yes, Pooja. Previously, probably one sometimes ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಮಗೆ 2 to 3 questions inequalities ಬಂದಿದೆ previous maybe 2018 2019 papers ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರಬಹುದು. False, true. Yes. So first conclusion is between E and B. So B and E. So between B and E, as per the statement, we have three symbols, 1, 2, 3, all the three greater than symbols, so we will get greater than. So B greater than E, but given conclusion is E greater than B. If B is greater than E, then E must be less than B. In case E is less than B anta kottidre conclusion true ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, but E is greater than B ಅಂತಿದೆ, so that is false. Right? And A and E, here we have A, here we have E. So between A and E, we have four symbols, 1, 2, 3, 4. If all the four symbols are greater than, between A and E, we have to take greater than symbol. So A greater than E is again true. So in this case, we can say conclusion 1 is false, but conclusion 2 is true. Clear? Only one is true, both are true, false, true, false, true. Only one is true. False, true. Okay, first we will verify the conclusion between A and E. Okay, here you remember this: less than, greater than, less than or equal, greater than or equal. There are four individual symbols. Less than is different, less than or equal to is different. Okay, so now first conclusion is between A and E. So now between A and E, if I verify this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 symbols. All the four symbols are same. If all the four symbols are same between A and E, then the answer should be A is less than or equal to E, because I have only less than or equal to between A and E. Right? So A less than or equal to E is the actual conclusion according to the statement. If the given conclusion is same as A less than or equal to E, then I should consider it as true. If the given conclusion is different from A less than or equal to E, then I should consider it as false. My actual conclusion is A less than or equal to E, but the given conclusion is A less than E, so that is false. Right? Now B and F. B and F. Now between B and F, what all the symbols we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have all less than or equal to symbols. So the actual conclusion should be B is less than or equal to F, and the given conclusion is also B is less than or equal to F. So I can say conclusion 2 is true. So only conclusion 2 is true. Conclusion 1 is false. Clear? Any doubt in this? So this is the first case where if we get all the same symbols, we have to consider the same symbol only. If I have 4, 5, 10 times same symbol is repeating, then I have to consider that symbol as the answer. Right? So the next case. Right. So conclusion 1 is true or false. First one true, second one false. True, false. False, true. True, false. True, false. True, false. Both are false. True, true. Both are true. Okay. True, false. Okay. So initially, when like I have explained in the beginning, we have four symbols: less than or equal, greater than or equal. Along with these four, we have one more symbol that is equal to. Right? I have told you we should not consider this equal to symbol if other symbols are present. If one of these symbols are present, then we should not count this equal to symbol. Here, equal to symbol should not be considered, which means here we should not take this equal to, this equal to, this equal to. Now, if I'm taking A and F, between A and F, how many symbols I have? I have to consider only 1, 2, 3 symbols. 1, 2, 3 symbols. Right? See, when I said don't consider equal to, that means if it is only equal to, then ignore it. If it is less than or equal to, then don't ignore equal to and consider only less than. Okay, I am talking about individual equal to symbol, not the equal to symbol combined with less than or greater than. Right. Now, if I ignore these equal to symbols, between A and F, I got three symbols. All the three symbols are less than, which means between A and F, I have to get less than, less than, less than. All the three less than means A is less than F is the actual conclusion. And given conclusion is also A less than F. So this conclusion is true. Clear? Now, C and H. Here I have C and here I have H. Now I have to ignore these equal to symbols. Then how many symbols I got between C and H? 1, 2. I got both less than symbols. Less than, less than. If I have both less than symbols, then the conclusion I'm getting between C and H should be less than. Right? C less than H is the actual conclusion, but the given conclusion is C less than or equal to H. That is definitely false. Right? So conclusion 1 is true and conclusion 2 is false. Yeah, definitely. Whenever you get an individual equal to symbol, you should not consider that. You have to concentrate on the other symbols except equal to. Right? So other symbols, if I take A and F case, between A and F, I have less than, equal to, less than 5 symbols. But out of these 5 symbols, you should not take these equal to's. Right? See, C is equal to D, D is equal to E. What is the meaning of that? All the three are same. C, D, E are same. All the three are equal numbers. Then it is not required to combine equal to and less than. Right? So between A and F, I'll get only 1, 2, 3. I should consider only less than symbols. Then I get between A and F, if all the three are less than, so I have to take less than. Same thing if I take C and H, again between C and H, if I ignore these equal to's, then I get only two less thans. Less than, less than. If both are less thans, I have to consider the answer as less than. C less than H should be my answer, but the given conclusion is C less than or equal to. That is different from the statement which I got from the conclusion which I got from the statement. From the statement, I got C is less than H, but here they have given C is less than or equal to H. So this is false. Yes, Sakib, please tell me, what is your doubt? No, C and H cannot have the same value because, see, if I'll just take this part. C is equal to D, D is equal to E, E is less than F, F is equal to G, G is less than H. Right? Let me take a number. Assume that the value of C is 2. If the value of C is 2, then what should be the value of D? It should be 2 again because we have an equal to symbol. Then what is the value of E? That is also 2. That is the reason we ignore equal to, because we consider these two are same numbers. D and E are same numbers. So C, D, E are same numbers. Now what should be the value of F? It must be more than 2, right? Value of F cannot be equal to 2. It must be more than 2. Let's assume that value of F is 3. If F is 3, then what should be G? G is again 3. Then what is the value of H? Value of H is any number which is more than 3, right? If I am taking a number more than 3, let me take it as 4. If H is more than 3, then H cannot be equal to the C, D and E, because when I'm coming to F from C, D, E, I'm increasing it by something, and from F to H again I'm increasing it, right? So these values are getting increased. Then there is no possibility that this number and this number can be equal. They can never be equal. Clear, right? So H must be greater than, C must be less than. There is only one possibility. C will become less than. C can never be equal. Right? So this cannot be true. Clear? So whenever you get only equal to, just ignore and concentrate on the other symbols. Don't combine. Initially, I told you, if you get one less than, one equal to, don't combine them and make it less than or equal. So that is wrong. Less than is different, equal to is different. They are two different symbols. You should not combine them. Both are false. Okay. So A and H. So previously I have explained you a case where between two terms we get all the same symbols. Right? So here we get different symbols. Right? Let's see, between A and H. So the symbols we are getting, first condition, to get a conclusion between any two terms, all the symbols we are getting should be from same category. Not the same symbol, but same category. Same category means both the symbols should be less than or equal to category. Means if I have some less than and some less than or equal to, it is fine. Or if we have some greater than and some greater than or equal to, then also it is fine. But we should not get the symbols of opposite categories. Opposite category means if I have less than symbols, I should not get even a single greater than symbol. If we have greater than symbols, then we should not get a less than symbol. In that case, if you get greater than and along with that less than symbol, then the relation between A and H cannot be determined. Cannot be determined means between A and H, I cannot say definitely whether it is less than or greater than or equal. Okay? So when we cannot get the relation, then we have to consider the given conclusion as false. Whatever the given conclusion, we have to take it as false when you get opposite category symbols. See, opposite category symbol means here I have less than, less than, less than, less than, less than. But in the middle, I got one greater than symbol, which is opposite. So when you get opposite category symbol, then the given conclusion should be taken as false. Right? If I take the second one, C and G, C, G. So again, I have less than, less than, less than, but I have one greater than. So that is false again. Between C and G, opposite category symbols, that is also false. Here, so when you get opposite category symbol between any two terms, then whatever the conclusion given, you have to take it as false. Right? Any doubt in this point? True, false, true, false. Yes, true, false. First, A and D equal to, if I ignore, I have less than, both less than. So A less than D is true. C and G, if I take, I have less than, but one opposite category symbol. This is false. Both are false. True, false. True, true. Okay. So I have explained you two cases. One is if all the symbols are same symbols, right? If all the symbols are same, then we consider that as the answer. And the second case, opposite category symbols, not opposite symbols, opposite category symbols, right? And this case is same category symbols, not same symbol, but same category symbol. Same category symbol means less than or equal to same category, greater than or equal to same category, right? Now, the conclusion is not based on the number of symbols repeated. It's not it does not depend on the number of symbols. It depends on the priority symbol. So priority symbol means if you have less than and less than or equal to symbols, no matter how many times less than, how many times less than or equal, out of these two, our first priority is always for less than, and second priority is for less than or equal. Okay, if we have the first priority symbol at least one time, then we have to take that as answer, right? No matter how many times I have less than or equal to, if I have at least one less than, then my answer must be less than. If I have no less than at all, if I have all the less than or equal to's, only then I should take the answer as less than or equal. Is that clear? Less than or equal, our first priority is for less than. If we have at least one less than, here I have one less than between A and G, then my answer must be A is less than G. But here given answer is A is less than or equal to G, that is false. Don't take it as less than or equal just because I have less than or equal more time. Is that clear? Conclusion one is false. Right. Now, can you tell me what about second conclusion? It's true or false? Conclusion 2 is true or false? Only conclusion 2 I'm asking, true or false? Yes, so conclusion 2 is true, right? So between A and F, we have less than or equal, less than or equal, less than or equal. Out of them, the first priority symbol is less than. So A less than F is true. So conclusion 2 is true, right? Right? So first you should write the statement. Right? So the statement should be connected end to end, A to B, B to C, C to D. It's not D to C. Right? So now write the statement. A is less than B, and now B is less than C. Now after C I am writing D. Here I should not take the symbol greater than, because D is greater than C. If D is greater than C, C should be less than D. Right? So C is less than D. Now D is connected with E and D is less than E. Now this is the actual statement. Now based on this statement, we have to verify these two are true or false. First is A less than E, A, E. Symbols we have is less than, less than, less than, less than. A less than E is true. Right? Next thing we have is B, sorry, here we have B, D. B to D, B less than, which means B is less than D. Right? If D is less than D, D should be greater than B. This is true. Clear, right? So both 1 and 2 are true here. Right? See here, what are the answer options you get usually? Answer options, like here we'll get one statement and two conclusions. Right? Assume that answer option A will be usually only conclusion 1 is true. Answer option B, only conclusion 2 is true. Answer option C, both conclusions 1 and 2 are true. D, neither conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2 is true. And answer option E, either conclusion 1 or conclusion 2 is true. Right? So now conclusion 1 is true, only 1 is true. What is the meaning of that? Only 1 is true means conclusion 1 is true but conclusion 2 is false. Only conclusion 1 is true. Right? B, only 2 is true means conclusion 1 is false but conclusion 2 is true. Option C, both conclusions 1 and 2 are true means 1 is true, 2 is also true. D, neither 1 nor 2 is true means both are false. 1 is false, 2 is also false. E, option E, either 1 or 2. Either 1 or 2 means there are two possibilities. If 1 is true, second one will become false, or if 1 is false, second one will become true. Right? So this is the possibility, either 1 or 2 case. Right? We'll take an example for either 1 or 2. Let's say if A is less than or equal to B, B is equal to C, C is less than or equal to D. Conclusion 1, A is less than D. Conclusion 2, A is equal to D. So when should you verify either 1 or 2 case? Right? Now if you take individually, what is the conclusion between A and D? Between A and D, we will get A is less than or equal to D. Individually, if you observe, this is false, this is also false, because my actual conclusion is A is less than or equal to D. Right? So A is less than or equal to D is actual conclusion, but given conclusion is 1 less than 1 equal to, individually they are false. Right? What is the meaning of this? A is less than or equal to D. A is less than or equal to D means A is either less than D or A is equal to D. Right? A is either less than D or A is equal to D, which means A less than D should be true or A equal to D should be true. Right? Which means either conclusion 1 should be true or conclusion 2 should be true. Right? Are you getting this? Less than or equal to means exactly less than is not true or exactly equal to is not true, but one of these two is true. It can be less than true or it can be equal to is true. right? So whenever you get like this, if you get A less than or equal to B as the actual conclusion, and given conclusions are one is A less than B and one is A equal to B, in that case you should take either one or two, right? This is the first case. Second case, if the conclusion you got is, I'll come to that. If the conclusion you got is A is greater than or equal to B, and one conclusion given is A greater than B, and one conclusion given is A equal to B, in that case also the answer will be A is either one or two. You have to go for either one or two option in these two cases. One more case is there, I'll explain after solving some examples. Clear with this, right? Let's take another example. So what will be the answer here? E, either one or two. Okay, first thing, A to D, what is the actual conclusion we get between A to D? Less than or equal, less than or equal, less than or equal. All the three symbols are less than or equal, so A is less than or equal to D, right? Second conclusion is between A and C. So A and C is also A is less than or equal to C. So here I get A is less than or equal to D, but given conclusion is only less than, that is false. Here I get less than or equal to C, this is also false, right? Now in this case, we cannot take it as option E, either one or two, because if both the given conclusions are between same terms, if both the conclusions are about A and D, then it will be less than or equal, which means if A less than or equal to D is the given conclusion, one is A less than D and one is A equal to D, in that case the answer will be less than or equal. Or if both the options are one is A less than D and one is A less than C and one is A equal to C, in that case also it will be either one or two. But if both the conclusions have different terms, then the answer can never be either one or two. You got the difference, right? Here you can see A less than or equal to B is the conclusion. Both the given conclusion should be between AB only, AB and AB. In that case, it will be either one or two. If A is greater than or equal to B, then one is greater than one is equal, then also either one or two. But if A is greater than or equal to B, but one conclusion is between AB, one is between AC, then it can never be either one or two. So here I have to check individually between A and D. I have to get A less than or equal to D, but they have given only less than, so that is false. Again, between A and C, the actual conclusion is less than or equal to C. They have given only equal to, that is also false. So we can say both conclusions 1 and 2 are false. You got the difference, right? So instead of C, if this is D, then we could go for option E, either one or two. Right, so these are the basic concepts. Maximum, I mean, most of the questions are based on only these four concepts. One is, if all the symbols are same, we have to take the same symbol as answer. If there are any opposite category symbols, then no conclusion. If there are same category symbols like less than or equal, then the first priority is less than. Greater than or equal to, then the first priority is greater than. Right, so these concepts are enough for this actually, but still we will solve some more examples in the next class, and today I'll share you a PDF of some 50 questions. Try to solve those questions. If there are any doubts, we will solve it in the next class. Okay. Thank you. Bye.